I quit my career 17 months ago with no plan, just a feeling, and I made a commitment to myself to live a heart-led life. Ooh, heart-led life. And to my surprise, my heart led me to end my lease, pack up my apartment, downsize my belongings, and leave my life in Cleveland, Ohio, and come to Austin, Texas. It's crazy because I knew that I was supposed to leave. Like, there's really wasn't much for me in Cleveland anymore. I had previously lived in Jacksonville, Florida, but I came back home to Ohio in like 2022 because just had family stuff going on and wanted to be there with my family. And so when I came back, I knew it wouldn't be permanent. I always wanted to live coastal, though. I was just praying about what was next, meditating a lot, and for like 6 months, every fucking thing in my worldview was Texas. I was driving for Lyft at the time. After I quit my job, I was driving for Lyft. I would see Texas license plates. And then everyone that would get in my Lyft would talk about Texas. They're either from Texas or they were just in Texas visiting their dad or they had a property in Texas. It was just like Texas, Texas, Texas. And it was so weird. And so I knew I was supposed to look more into Texas. And again, I feel like people don't even know what that means when it comes to following your heart. It means following your intuition. If you get an inkling about something, or just being aware of your surroundings and realizing, oh yeah, Texas is coming up a lot. And then when I look more into it, does that make me excited? Does that make me expand or make me contract? And clearly, surprisingly, not clearly, but surprisingly, it made me excited. So anyway, I'd never thought of Texas as a place to live before. To be honest, when I think of Texas, I think of cowboys and Republicans, and that's not really my jam. So anyway, I put my birth chart information in astrocartography, and my Jupiter descendant line runs near Austin. It's a little north of northeast of Austin. But I think it's close enough that the Jupiter energy is still around here. And I've been when I came back to Ohio to be with my family, it was because we had some family stuff going on. And so that was just a very healing period for me. I mean, the first year it wasn't. I was in fucking fight or flight. And then it got really bad. I was on a fast track to death, and I prayed that I would get in a car accident or something so I could deal with my fucking life. And then a couple days later, the universe answered my prayers with a broken ankle. And so during that time when I was on leave from my job, which I hated at the time, quit my job, got a new job at the Juvenile Detention Center, which had always been my goal to get into juvenile justice. So, and then I just stopped everything cold turkey. I stopped drinking, I stopped vaping, I stopped my antidepressants, I stopped my anti-anxieties. When I broke my ankle, I was very intoxicated and I was on shrooms. So I took a good hard look at my life while I was on bed rest, and I had to get surgery on my ankle. So that was just a time that I really realized, all right, I got to get my shit together. And then for 4 years, I got my shit together. For 4 years, it was very hermit mode, inward focused, just trying to heal from all the shit that had happened in my life, and yeah, get serious with myself. Damn, I didn't have enough light, so this is pretty yellow block. Oh well, we'll make it work. So then what else happened? Oh, so I knew it was time for me to reintegrate with society. I can't fucking be a hermit forever. And a lot of healing happens in community, right? You may think you're healed, and then you get around people and you're oh, maybe I just wasn't healed. I was just alone, right? So I knew it was time to get back into the world. And Jupiter's energy is all about your connections with other people and luck through that. And so on June 6th, I drove down. I got here on June 8th. And it has been so good. I mean, obviously, there have been plenty of days where I'm oh my God, did I make a mistake? What am I doing? This is whatever. But this past week has been so expansive. And yeah, I just feel I don't know, I have so much confidence and hope for the future. This week has just been a really impactful week for me. And I have met somebody that I know I was destined to meet, and she's been a really good friend for me, like encourages me to pursue my dreams. She's a content creator and entrepreneur. She's creative. And so last night I went over to her house and we did just like a video and photo shoot with a projector. And it's just so nice to be around other people who are pursuing their dreams and who encourage me to pursue mine, because it's hard to be around people that are like, don't understand what I'm doing and are still, you know, in a 9-to-5, which, like, no judgment. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I totally understand why most people still are, but it's difficult for me to only be around those people, because then I start to doubt myself. But I know in my heart that what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so anyway, coming here, I've like been finding people that support me, other people who are also on a similar journey, and it's just been so great. And I also, when I first came, like, I didn't really know what the plan was. I didn't know if this would just be a pit stop along the way, if I would meet somebody who wanted to travel the world and I would travel the world with them, you know, like, I'm truly going with the flow. I was open to whatever unfolded. But after I was here for a couple weeks, I was like, yeah, this is fun. I don't think the work and the fun is done here. I want to be here longer. But obviously it's not sustainable, like, to have no income coming in. So I decided to start opening a channel for income, and I like made a flyer about the services I can provide, mainly nannying and tutoring, or like babysitting and tutoring, but also like dog and house sitting, which is what I'm doing for housing, by the way. I didn't officially move here. I'm just dog and house sitting for housing. And so this woman reached out to me, which made me feel good, because that lets me know that she's not, you know, freaked out by the way I'm living my life. But I didn't know how much she saw. So she did reach out to me on Facebook, and my Facebook is public. So if she wanted to, she could have looked at any of my reels where I talk about this little adventure I'm on. But I wasn't sure if she did that or not. But I saw that she was also in a Facebook group called Austin Conscious Community. So I'm like, okay, at least she's, you know, conscious. And she's an herbalist. So I was like, that's fucking cool. That's something that I'm not knowledgeable about, but that I'm interested in. Actually, I brought a big ass book with me that I got from the thrift store about like herbs and like natural medicine and healing through that. So anyway, I think that's really cool. And so when we were like messaging back and forth, I told her, like, I see that you're also in this Facebook group and that you're an herbalist. That's so awesome. Like, I'm so excited to talk to you. And she was like, I love your story and I can't wait to talk more. So again, I'm like, well, how much of my story does she know? I don't know. Did she just see what was on the flyer? Which, all that said, is that I quit my career and I'm trying to like build a more intentional life based on like community. And so when we got together on Monday, it was so fucking good. We were just really vibing and really on the same page about a lot of things. And then I was like, just so you know, I'm not living anywhere right now. Like, I'm dog and house sitting. And she was like, oh no, I know. And I was like, yes. And her biggest concern was that I'm safe and that I can make it to work. And I said that I definitely can. And so anyway, it's only going to be like part-time. Like, she can be flexible with the hours, but probably only like 20, 25, 30 hours a week, depending. And it seems like such a good opportunity. And I'm feeling like super grateful that we crossed paths. And she said that she also kept seeing me, because we were playing message tag for a while, because she was on vacation at the time. And so before we actually met, we had messaged back and forth for a while. And she said that she kept seeing me in her head and she kept dreaming about me. So she was like, you think your intuition is going to scream, but like a lot of times it whispers, and I just like couldn't get you out of my head. So it was just a very aligned conversation, and I definitely feel like it is something I want to do, which is cool because, again, I'm just going with the flow. When I came, I didn't know if I would ever be open to like getting a job here, and I don't know. So yeah, it's, even though it's not like a official job, like babysitting is under the table, which is nice. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm going to meet her girls today, and it just feels really good. I've had such a like awesome week, incredible week. I'm feeling like so happy and hopeful and grateful for this whole experience and for the new people in my life and the new opportunities. And I'm just excited to see where this goes. So if you're interested in seeing what happens when somebody stops living from obligation and starts living from their heart, give me a follow. and we can go on this journey together. I'm literally just updating y'all as I go, documenting my journey also for my own, you know, my own journal. That way I can look back and see the journey. But it feels like a documentary. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm excited, and we'll see what happens.